Let me start this off by stating what's about to become obvious. I'm a massive fan of Star Wars. Ah, yeah. The original trilogy, the prequels, even the sequels, Lower Decks. I've watched every Star Wars TV show and played through all the games, minus maybe one or two. Now, I won't go on some fanboyish tangent about how Star Wars is my life or anything, but I love the franchise. I used to think that they couldn't even make a Star Wars movie that I wouldn't like. Give it to Mikey, he likes it. Well, guess what? I was wrong. Now listen, I'm not made of money. I had enough cash to go see Episode 9, The Rise of Skywalker, once in the theater. No, I thought the movie was pretty good. I wanted to see it again. But like I said, I'm not made of money, you know. I'm not proud of it, but I looked the movie up on one of those streaming websites, 123movies.com or whatever. I found it, albeit in some pretty shitty camera quality, but beggars can't be choosers, I suppose, and I'm a homeless man who lives in a dumpster in Little Havana. Oh, but of course that's not what got my attention. No. Next to Episode 9, there was another Star Wars movie? The release date said 2020, which didn't make any sense considering it was still December 2019. Weirder than that, however, was the title of the film. Star Wars Episode E. That was it. No additional name or nothing. I didn't know what this was. I started it up and pressed play. The traditional opening text played. A long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. Then the Star Wars logo appeared to what sounded like a fucking nuclear bomb exploding and someone screaming, "Holy shit!" in place of the traditional theme music. The original melody just went off in my head. I'm sorry. It's a problem I have. The video quality suddenly switched to the shittiest cam rip I'd ever seen. It looked like someone had sprayed fucking water all over the camera lens, and the opening credits were in fucking Russian, despite the website saying it was an English version. Then a loud fucking fart was heard as the video panned down from space into some guy's bathroom. It's taking a shit. It was some normal-ass bathroom on Earth in a fucking Star Wars movie. The guy finally flushed his shitnado down the toilet. Suddenly, fucking gray hands started reaching out of the toilet and trying to pull the man in as Emperor Palpatine's theme music began to play so fucking loud that someone called the fucking cops for a noise disturbance. Fucking Emperor began to rise out of the toilet as he tried to yank the guy in, laughing hysterically and shooting fucking force lightning everywhere, tearing up the walls and shorting out the power. "The Sith still breathe!" Palpatine screamed as the fucking cops started knocking on my door. The guy started screaming as Palpatine repeatedly tried to pull him down the toilet before eventually getting yanked in entirely as Palpatine crawled all the way out. Then the police kicked my fucking door down. I explained to the cops what happened, fixed up the door as best as I could, and went back to watching. We suddenly see what was supposed to be a flashback to the prequels of Anakin viewing a holocron or something, but instead he sat down at a fucking Windows PC and opened some shitty Windows Movie Maker file named The Truth About Obi-Wan. The video was literally just a slowly rotating picture of a fucking piece of paper that said "The Sith Still Breathe" as Beethoven's Moonlight Sonata played in the background. This caused Anakin to start fucking foaming at the mouth and vomiting as dramatic fucking rock music played before he whipped a red Sith lightsaber out of fucking nowhere and sliced the computer in half to some shitty heavy metal guitar riff. Anakin screamed like a fucking banshee and kicked the computer into distance, causing the fucking Wii Sports home run screen to appear. The screen cut to black as Palpatine could be heard saying, "It was the rise of Darth Vader." What the fuck? Couldn't believe Disney would allow this to ever be made. I mean, yeah, they've taken Star Wars in some SJW directions, but this was something else. We suddenly see Darth Maul walking into a fucking Bed Bath & Beyond and asking the guy at the cash register, "Do you accept galactic credits?" The cashier said, "Look, buddy, we only accept cash or credit." "Galactic credit," Maul replied. "No," the cashier said. "But you said credit," said Maul. The cashier suddenly lost his shit. "Look, buddy, I don't know what fucking disorder you got, but this is America, motherfucker. We don't take no fucking galactic-ass fucking credits. I'll take that fucking devil costume off and get the hell out of my store." Maul paused for a minute. Suddenly started fucking annihilating the store with the Force, throwing customers everywhere. He started force-pushing displays and pulling down the walls as he screamed, "Ancestral breathe!" as lotion exploded everywhere. Palpatine's fucking theme started playing again as Darth Vader and fucking Kit Fisto with red skin, glowing eyes, and a fucking static smile on his face walked into the store and started destroying it further. The footage cut out abruptly as an image of Barack Obama wearing Jedi robes suddenly appeared, accompanied by the text, "The Chosen One." Ah, there we go again with the SJW shit. Was this some kind of fucking political statement in a Star Wars movie? Well, I guess they've been doing that for a while now, but never so abrupt. I mean, there was that movie where they sat around talking Senate shit for 3 hours. We then cut to Count Dooku in a fucking Chevy doing donuts in a subway parking lot. "Oh, yeah!" he screamed out the window as he threw up gang signs and started whooping. Suddenly some kid threw a fucking phone book through his windshield and he flew out of control and crashed his car onto some nearby train tracks right as the fucking train was coming through. "Ancestral breathe!" Dooku hollered as he picked up the entire train with the Force and threw it into a fucking Dunkin' Donuts. How did a kid know about the phone book? I really wish the Sith would cease to breathe. Why the fuck was so much of this movie filmed on Earth anyway? I mean, I guess it actually was a novelty for it to appear in a Star Wars film, but it was weird. We see General Grievous whipping his lightsabers around like a fucking spaz and playing Just Dance. Suddenly his eyes started fucking glowing. He erupted. The CGI of this part was fucking horrible. It looked like someone threw fucking plastic Grievous parts of the screen and it was supposed to explode. And cut to a freeze frame of Grievous in a black Hot Topic t-shirt with fucking long emo hair and an Xbox 360 controller in his hand, sitting in a really emo bedroom with like a fucking 1,000 posters on the walls. And the text, "Get fuck out and play an M-Craft" in some shitty gothic font. What the hell? I suddenly screamed, causing my dog to leap off my bed in terror and smack it in my nightstand, fucking collapsing it as Fido took a shit in midair. We then see a fucking red Yoda. "Still breathe, Sith do," he said before whipping out a fucking inhaler and ejecting a red saber blade from it. First Baby Yoda, now Red Yoda. Is this a blood red Yoda? Disney really was losing their creativity. The next part gave me nightmares for weeks, as if you care. We see R2-D2, but it was from behind. He was on a spaceship, but it was incredibly dark. He'd ejected that little cloth thing that he used to hold stuff. I couldn't see what he was holding. Then I realized. Then I realized it was a fucking mic. Suddenly the lights came on and R2 whipped around with a fucking man's mouth and started fucking rapping. Rocking side to side as he dropped the most intense bars I'd ever heard in what sounded like the voice of Tupac Shakur. After a moment, I realized the beat was a fucking rap remix of the Imperial March. I screamed. R2 started sticking his fucking tongue out of his mouth and laughing before I threw the fucking computer right into a wall. To my horror, the film continued to play. We see Vader trying to jam his lightsaber down a fucking sink garbage disposal.
Oh, son of a bitch.
Vader yelled as the lightsaber refused to go all the way down the drain. Vader started fucking banging on the hill with his fist to try and force it down, which was really fucking loud. Dust started falling from the screen and the camera would shake each time he did this.
What the
He screamed as he finally smacked it all the way in. I never heard Vader curse before. I mean, he was supposed to be a father. How fatherly was that? I never wanted to see that again. Ever. We suddenly then see Rey on Tatooine fighting Palpatine. "Why, you still alive, you old nutsack?" Finn yelled. I didn't even realize Finn was fucking there until he said this.
"The Sith still breathe."
Palpatine screamed once more. And no, they don't. Rey suddenly said before flipping into the air and chopping Palpatine's head off. The Phantom Menace credits rolled. I was in utter shock. This was how they ended Star Wars? My asthma started up and I had to get my inhaler because I was starting to breathe like Darth Vader from this traumatic experience. Well, I suppose no franchise is perfect. At all. Midichlorians. Stop doing that or I'm going to stick my nuts in your ear.